Welcome to this Age of Charlemagne Kingdom of the Danes playthrough. Now, I'm going to do things a little bit differently than most playthroughs. I'm going to leave out most of the boring stuff, because I think just to watch some people choose what building they want to build can be probably a little bit boring. So I'm going to gear this more towards action and the story of my rise or fall, so we can keep things interesting. There will be plenty of campaign footage, don't you panic, but obviously you want to get in the battles. As much as I love this game, I'm probably 70% about the battles and 30% about the campaign and the politics and everything else that goes with it. That's why I'm playing on hard and not playing on very hard. It's because it can get a little bit tedious on very hard and above, because things just kind of pile on top of you and you just get barraged with bullshit half the time. So for the sake of having a lot of battles and death, we're going to go for hard. And as you can see, most of the typical Dane traits: seasickness, nah. High seas attrition, nah. Not for us. That's all the other stuff. Right, let's get cracking.
Your people have lived and worshipped in these lands for centuries. But now it is time to expand to foreign shores to make your kingdom rich. First, however, you must secure your borders. To the south, your Saxon allies are threatened by the nomadic Slavs. If you push them back now, you may gain the security you need to expand. Across the Western Sea is the Isle of Britain, thrown into disarray after centuries of occupation and unrest. Its people squabble among themselves and are ill-prepared for your fury. South of them, on the mainland, is the kingdom of the Franks. Though currently fractured, it would be powerful if united under a single ruler. There is wisdom in attacking whilst it is at its weakest. You stand on the precipice of glory everlasting. Take the Vikings to war.
Okay, the journey begins. So we have this thing called war wariness, which means we can't stay in war for very long. Well, we shouldn't stay in war for very long, because it will start to wane on our poor people's minds, even though we are Vikings and we're all about the war. But that's fine. So as you just heard from that introduction, we are pretty well secured. We're pretty safe up here at the moment. Don't have too much to worry about. So I'm just going to build up my community, because the public order isn't great, and that needs to improve before I can do anything, because if I leave, it's just going to go down and just be chaos. So trying to keep that up first of all. So I'm going to sort everything out. As for my current political situation, my immediate neighbours are fine with me, which is good. We're friendly with them. They're the only ones with contact to my borders. So everything seems to be wonderful with them. Do we have trade with them? We do not have trade with them. Let's get trade with them.
You honor us. There is food enough for two.
There we go. Bit of trade to start the day. Okay, the Obedrites, Westphalia. So Westphalia are okay with me. My biggest enemy is the Kingdom of Charlemagne at the moment, but they're a little ways away, so we don't have to worry about them too much. So I'm just going to go ahead, spend the next few years just bringing my public order up. I'm going to send off my assassin to Britain to explore, because I intend to raid over there. And as the introduction said, they're all fighting each other at the moment, so now would be a good time to strike and make me some money. And maybe take over, who knows. So he's off through the sea. I'm going to bring my general in from the seas and the land to try and get the public order up. That helped a bit. So yeah, I'm going to sort all my buildings out, make myself a good bit of money, get some good income, get a solid foundation, and then we can think about raiding. A few years have passed, things are going well. Sorted out all my buildings, got lots of food, plenty of money, bit of income, public order sorted. So everything's set to go and raid the British Isles.
What?
My assassin's still sneaking around over here.
I was born to
Quite a large army there. So I was trying to think of the best way to attack Britain, whether to come from the north, the south, attack the Midlands. Ideally I want to try and avoid the big conflicts so that we can attack as many settlements as we can. I was trying to find some good undefended ones, and it looks like these. There we go. Oh, I should mention I have this trait now, which came up. Restless warriors. Basically my people aren't happy that they haven't been to war in a while and they're not getting any action. So I'm getting penalties for it, so I need to raid 5 British settlements and sack them. And that will get rid of that. So that's my intention, is to look for the 5. I was trying to think about how to do it, whether to go for all 5 in one go or whether just to get a couple. I had a look at London and Canterbury, but they're quite well defended. So I think I'm going to make 2 trips. I'm going to come across, try and do 2 or 3 of them, and then go away before they realise I'm there and have a chance to retaliate. And then I'll come back maybe in a year or so's time and finish off the rest, do 2, maybe 3 more. Maybe I'll push my luck. So yeah, still deciding my plan of attack. I need to build up my army first, and then we will prepare to go rape, pillage and steal.
Thirsty for battle.
So with my army finally amassed, King Siegfried himself sails over the North Sea towards Britain, and hopefully we can bring home some riches. And here we are on the shores of Britain, ready to cause death and destruction to all who oppose us or who are just simply there and in the way. And I found a couple of undefended looking towns. I can't see all around everywhere, so there might be armies lurking in the corners. Hopefully not. So there's York and Strionshall, or however that's pronounced, that are completely undefended. There's also another place here. I was trying to check out the politics to see who's friends with who, so I can try and avoid going to war with too many people, because obviously we've got war wariness, so we have to be careful. And I don't want to get in a war with everyone. Not that it really matters, because I'm going to be gone, and I doubt they're going to come over the ocean to get me. So these guys have a couple of enemies, no allies, which is good. And then York has 1 ally and lots of enemies. So I think we should be okay attacking these 3. They don't seem to have too many people. These guys also declared war on me. The Duchy of Friesia. I was just sailing past and they just decided to declare war on me. I think it's because I'm friends with good old Westphalia over here. And they're not too happy about it. So they've declared war on me for no reason. So I now have to worry about them. But that's fine. I don't think they're any immediate threat to my homeland. Now let's move our army as close as we can.
Thirsty for battle.
And then we will begin our assault on Britain. Starting with one of these 2. Now, I decided I'm going to try and do 2 or 3, depending on what happens. 2 or 3 settlements sacked in this visit to Britain. And then I'm going to go home, replenish, sort myself out, make sure everything's still fine over there. And then we'll come back and do the rest. I'm going to send off my trusty assassin to explore the nearby lands. You can see if there's any armies knocking around. Doesn't appear to be, so we seem to be good to go. Should I attack York or should I attack... Actually, we'll go for Strionshall because it's higher on the map, so we can work our way down. Don't need allies. And then we don't have to stick around too long. So I have to go back on myself, go up and then go back down. That may buy the enemy time to attack me. And this really isn't worth fighting as much as I want to have a battle. I'm going to auto-resolve this. Protective stance, hopefully avoid too many casualties. Get down, Sonny Jim. Sorted. Oh, we lost a lot of big axes. That's not good. Oh well. Sack 'em. Nice bit of money there. There's 1 down. Right, then we'll move on to this one on the next turn. Hopefully... Actually, we're going to come down here now. Because... Oh, this has been taken by Mercia. This belonged to someone else just now. They've taken it in that turn. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. That might change things. Hopefully they don't have an army there. If they've just attacked it, they might have a big army there. What do I want to research? 10% wealth. That sounds good. All about the money at the moment. Trying to build up that bank account. Okay. Let's move on. So we've done 1 successfully. We lost more big axes than we would have liked, but that's the AI for you. Now we shall press on, attack York, sack York. Hopefully we can get to Lincoln as well. Get 3 done, and then we're going to get the hell out of here before they assemble any armies to come and try to punish us. I'll say try. They can try. Okay, let's go for York.
Ready for orders.
Oh, it's doing that glitch where I'm stuck inside the circle of the town. How this is still in a Total War game, I'll never know. Luckily, I found a quick fix for it. Is that you just have to attack the town that you're stuck in, and then retreat,
Run!
and then it takes you out of the circle when you're fine to
Ready
move.
for battle.
So yeah, well done Creative Assembly. Still got that glitch in there, still can't figure that one out, eh? Come on guys, jeez! Let's upgrade my king. So this is my king, Siegfried. I feel I should introduce him. He's heading up the raids. We're being a bit ballsy,
None will escape.
because he could die, but that's just how we do things in the Viking world. Right, there's York sacked, or now it's sacked.
Thirsty for battle.
2 down, 1 to go to hit our sacking quota. Gonna go to Lincoln, doesn't seem to be anyone there. We'll send
Move, lads.
our spy about to have a look in a sec. Army upgrades, we'll have one of each to start the day. Alright, let's send off, oh, you can't really go anywhere. Let's check there's not a big army on the horizon. If there is, we may just get the hell out of here, because that could be bad for us. Although we do want a war, so if it's a small enough army, we'll probably engage them. But if they've got like 2 massive armies, then probably not such a good idea. Well, we will see what happens. They might attack me right now. No. Okay. What? A great fire? Ah, shit. Okay, that puts an oil in the wrench? No. The wrench in the oil. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Monkey in the wrench. Spanner in the works.
And glory.
Okay, they're over there. So there's no immediate army. There's a different army there. That's the army they were fighting. So we're going to go ahead and raid. Take a stance. Ching. Nice and quick. There we go. That's 3 places sacked. Good. That's us done. So we're going to get out of here now. We do not need to be here anymore, because I think there's probably going to be a large army getting on my case very soon. I am half tempted to go and check to see if they're sackable. If there's no armies there, I might try and get those. So let's go and have a look. Jump in the boats. Or not. So we're going to check if London and Canterbury are sackable, and it doesn't appear that they are. So that idea is out the window. Now I'm thinking about attacking the Duchy of Friesia place, because they declared war on me. I was just seeing if that place counted towards my sacking goal, but it doesn't. Well, it does as a sacking goal, but it doesn't help me get rid of the trait that I'm trying to get rid of. So yeah, these places have got small armies. Don't really fancy engaging them. That's a big walled city, so we're not prepared for that. We'll need to bring some siege artillery for that sort of thing. So we're going to head, and we're going to go and teach these pesky Frisians a lesson for declaring war on us for no apparent reason, other than being friends with someone else. And that's just not acceptable in the Viking world. So we're going to go and punish them. Hopefully they don't have a massive army at that town. Maybe they do. If they do, we'll clean give them some. We'll find out very shortly.
While we have no claim
you
to
want a
your
peace
wealth,
treaty, do you?
perhaps
You declare war on
goodwill
me and then
leads
you
to
want peace?
sharing. The gods would surely approve.
I think, and offer me money as well. I'm going to go with a big fat no on that one, buddy. You don't declare war on the Vikings and then think you can just walk away from it. No, 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 no.
Yes,
We need to go and teach these boys a lesson.
that is a dangerous
We need to let them know that King Sigurd will not be trifled with in such a way. We will come and we will rape their women, steal their money and eat their children.
Orders?
Yep, it's just the way we do things in the north.
Move out.
So it would appear they're quite well defended at their place, so we're not going to attack there with their garrison and stuff. I don't think we could win, but I've noticed there's an army up on the right, and they may very well be heading to my homeland to attack me, so I'm going to go and sort that army out just in case, and because I can't attack the city because it's too much. Oh! They're coming at me! They're build to win, although all they've got is spear levy and javelins. My big axes are a bit dead. I think we can take them though with all these axes. I did just hire some horse mercenaries, so let's get stuck into our first actual battle. As you can see, we are slightly outnumbered, and as I said, they are mainly just spear levy and javelins, which is good and bad. The javelins could really wreck me because we don't really have any armour. We'll see. Right then, you dirty Frisian dogs. So I have the advantage here because I'm defending because they attacked me, so I'm going to try and use this hill to my advantage. Get as high up on it as I can to make them just a little bit fatigued running up the hills to attack me. So let's just go for it. I'm going to use this loose formation for now and just get up the hill. So I think my plan of attack here, because I'm outnumbered, is I'm going to be quite defensive because I have some good defending units the swordsmen, the herdmen, are pretty good for defending. They have shield wall, so if I stick them in shield wall, I think they should hold pretty well against spear levy. And then my axemen can do the damage and deal the death. So let's start by lining up all my skirmishers at the front. What? I've just noticed everyone is very tired. Oh dear. Why is everyone very tired? Was I on forced march? Everyone's got orange legs. No! When? Has that always been a thing in Attila? I know on Rome that if you were in forced march you'd be ambushed, but I know that's not the same in Attila, but I didn't think you'd be very tired if you got attacked when in forced march. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's a new Age of Charlemagne thing. I'm not sure. Maybe someone can tell me. I haven't played Attila for a while, so I'm a little bit out of the loop. Oh, that may have fucked me. Everyone's very tired. That could be the end of me. Well, we're Vikings. We shall attempt to persevere. If nothing else, we'll give them a hell of a fight, even if we're very tired. Hopefully this hill will tire them out a bit, so we can even the odds slightly. Okay, so... yeah, they're not really getting very tired, are they? They're all still active. Fresh.
Stand easy. Stand easy.
That's okay. They seem to have stopped, though. Let's have a look at them. Very colourful. You freezing. Oh, here they come. Okay, time to prepare. So I'm going to start off. What I'm going to try and do, as I said, is use these herdmen as a wall. And then I think I'm going to try... let's put some spears. Let's make the line a little bit longer. It's a bit too narrow with just 3 units. So put some spears on the edges. Those spears aren't going to hold as well as the herdmen. But we'll keep these ones, some people at the back, just to back them up. So I'll charge these axes in at some point to back up the herdmen or the spears, whoever needs it. And I'm going to use these 3 axemen units to flank round. And in fact, I'm going to bring my horses over here so they can help out the axes. So I think the flanking is going to be my key here. If I can hold the line with my herdmen and my spears, while these 3 units of axes sneak around the back and start destroying people from behind, then maybe, just maybe, we can pull out a victory. It's not going to be easy though. Okay, let's get these boys in shield wall. My skirmishers, I'm going to leave my skirmishers out there for now. I'm going to put them on skirmishers in a second. Okay, let's do it now. They're getting a bit close. So I'm going to leave it just to the last second. Try and get another volley off. Go on, get another volley off. Go on, go on. There we go. Got an extra volley off. Now we put them on skirmish. And they hopefully should run away just in time. Okay, good. Let's start to bring the flanking maneuver into position. And it's very paramount to get the timing right with flanking. If I try to flank too early, then I'm not really going to be able to flank anyone and they'll just engage me, so I have to wait a bit. Try to get my ranged units back so they can at least fire on some javelins. Oh dear. I'm not feeling good about this one. That is a lot of spears and a lot of javelins. My javelins, my wall is taking fire from javelins, I should say. Okay. Not just yet. Don't flank just yet. Let's send in these boys before they get javelined. Oh, there's a tasty charge. Look alive, boys. There we go. There's my axes getting stuck in. So the battle begins. The line must hold. More axes coming in. I think we could be okay. They do have a lot of men though. But they are spears against axes, so our axes... actually, they're against swords, so our swords and axes should prevail over their spears. We shall see. We're going to begin the flanking maneuver now, because that's very important. We're looking okay at this point. The line seems to be holding well. I say well. Alright, let's get these boys stuck into some people. Let's line them up for a charge in the back of them. Get the horses away from the spears. And you boys need to do something. Go over there for now. Okay, let's charge them in the back. These boys firing all these javelins. Get on the javelins, get on the javelins. Got a unit there doing nothing, but we'll keep them there for now. Let's get those into them. Horses. So I'm going to be using my horses to try and scare off the javelins so that they don't get settled and start throwing javelins. This is going to hopefully protect my flanking units, my axe units. And those axe units are vital to my success here, so I need to keep those javelins moving. I'm not really going to kill any of them. I'm just going to keep them away from attacking as much as possible, so that my men can kill everyone. That unit's doing nothing. Let's get these spears. Oh, there's a horse charge. Let's get these spears into those horses, please. These spear boys should take down these horses quite easily, even though they are crappy spearmen. That's not their official name. I believe they're just known as levy spearmen. Although crappy spearmen would also be a suitable name. They did okay there though. They're fighting spears over here. Oh no, I've left my cavalry still. Oh, they've been obliterated by javelins. That's not good. Luckily there's still enough of them though to chase off people, which is what they're there to do. Their general's coming in now on his horses to attack some of my herdmen. Let's get those spears into him. Let's get my general in there, why not? King Siegfried wants some action. He's not afraid. Got a couple of units there doing nothing. Let's get flanking. Let's get these into them just to help them out. These spears are slowly getting into him. Start firing on the horses. Okay. We're looking... I'm not really sure how we're looking. I can't tell if we're looking good or not. I think we are. Have most of the good units against spears. Got some axemen there who've come back to the battle. Let's get them back in here. Fire on them. Why are you all the way over there? Fire on them. I guess they're skirmishing away to the edge of the map. Okay, we've got a couple of units routing. They're just javelin units though. They don't mean anything. There's lots of flashing icons. Got some units doing nothing. Let's get them in there. The boys go over there. Oh, there's some spears coming for those axemen. Oh, so many javelins. The battle is ever so slightly in my favour now. But I'm still not feeling good about all these javelins. I really need to whittle them down as much as possible with my arrows. As you can see, my units are looking a little bit peaky. There's lots of red and orange. My arrows, my archers rather, are still green. How are those axemen struggling against spears? Oh, we got lots of routing in the middle. This is good. They still could come back though, and there is a lot of men, so we do have to be careful, not get too hopeful. We need to completely rout them. We need to get the general dead. I think that's the key here. Let's line them up, get them back. It's looking okay over there. Okay, generals have lined up. Let's get some general on general action. So whichever general goes down here is pretty much probably going to decide the fate of this battle. This is the slowest charge ever. This isn't slow-mo, they're just really exhausted. This is it. It all comes down to this.